Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. We're back here on No Man's Land with Grober Games. So, in between last episode, I finished rolling all the fields that we planted last month, and I went ahead and sold one load of logs. We're going to actually drop the trailer off here. I don't think we're going to need it today. Excuse me. Trying to clear my throat here. But we got quite a bit done yesterday, I thought. Especially with... And we also rolled our grass field yesterday as well. We're going to head on down to the yard here. And we got all the fields plowed, everything limed. So today, all we got ahead of ourselves is... We might have some weeding to do, I think. Yep, it looks like we got weeds growing in our cornfields from last year. And then we got to fertilize those yet, too. But I think what we're going to focus on first today... Go over here, check on the cattle. I haven't checked on them for a couple of days. And I also got rid of the toolbox in the truck too, because I figured we weren't really using it, and that way we can move the fuel tank right up next to the cab. Check, see how the cows are doing. Oh yeah, it looks like we can get by another month or two before we have to bring the Oliver back to get him some hay. By that point, we might need it. Need it anyways to... Oh, what I'm looking for? To pick up hay bales, because the grass is starting to grow at a pretty decent rate. And then we're going to end up mowing all the grass around here, and then we're going to end up mowing our other field up here as well. But I think today we're going to get started with getting our beans planted. I also bought a couple of bags. I think I bought those last episode. I can't remember anymore. Feels so long, but we got a few more bags of seed here, so, and we got fertilizer, so we're going to hop into the 40-20. We're going to keep racking up the hours on this thing and putting it to work. Keep our international for more of the tasks that are going to be need a little bit more power, so. And I believe our sawmill is doing pretty well as well. I have to see here quick. It's been a minute since I checked on it. We might as well check. The cows are 40% way through their pregnancy. And it looks like we got quite a few planks set aside already. And we got the lumber starting to get down there, so we might have to add some more into there. I think during the winter months, we're gonna more or less focus on getting our lumber mill filled up and topped off with as much trees as we can, and then we're gonna end up selling any extra logs we get in the meantime. But I wanted to see what the price of planks were. I feel like I've gone past it several times. Wood. I thought planks were right next to it. Let's see. Oh, nope, they're right down here next to the furniture. Oh, they're actually... Well, you know what? I'm going to shut this off. Oh, for now. We'll pick up our trailer. I did not realize that... Well, you know what? Actually, I got a better idea. We'll hire some help, and we'll put them to work. We'll put them to work weeding for now. I feel like that's a task that shouldn't require any babysitting at all. So we'll get the little, I think it's an 8-row cultivator. Yeah, looks like an 8-row cultivator set. We'll get this set up here, and we'll get someone going to work at it, and then we'll head over to our sawmill, because I don't think we actually been over there since I kind of remodeled the area, so to speak. We'll take a look at that. And we'll get this person to work getting the fields row cultivated and getting all the weeds out of here, so. No field found. What do you mean no field found? Am I not going to be able to get you to weed like you should? Okay, there it goes. I wonder what that was about. I wonder if it can detect enough weeds to figure on working, but we're going to hop back into the Ford here. I can remember. Oh. It's gonna be one of those days. I can already feel it. Struggling to remember where I parked the truck and it was sitting there right in front of me. So I think, I know I talked about this in an episode already. I think rather expanding this year, we might buy one more piece of ground, but I think we're gonna more or less focus on investing into our infrastructure. So I think one of the things I want to do, I kind of want to put up a more modern shed for our equipment, so that way all the new stuff we bought this year we can kind of set aside a little easier. And I would like to put up an actual workshop instead of just working from this toolbox. And when we get our nicer shed picked out, I think we'll finally buy ourselves a power washer. That way we can finally wash everything off, because it's been a little bit, well, I suppose I can't say it's been a little bit. Since we've been out here, we haven't washed any of our equipment at all, so. But our new cornfield's looking pretty dang good. No weeds out there. So one of the things, and I will admit I did not know this, and I found it I was kind of reading through Reddit on it. It turns out that depending on your type of cultivation, depends how fast the weeds actually come up, if any at all. Supposedly what people have said that if you plow, you're not going to have any weeds come up the next season, which is kind of an interesting thing. I did not realize that before. And that if you do something like using a disc harrow, they're going to grow fast, which you can kind of tell. Makes some sense. Since we... Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Since we did our 2 fields from last year. And apparently the helper's already done, which does not bode well for me. No, it did not. And they even missed some weeds. So I'm guessing we're going to have to do the row cultivating all ourselves. So you know what? We're going to take a chance. I'm not going to do the outside passes. We're going to hook up the planter here. We'll set this outside for now, because we'll still have to go out there and get the weeding done before next month. That way, if we have any weeds pop up next month, we won't have as much to do. Take that off. Hook up the planter here. And we'll get it set up so we can start planting some soybeans. Get it loaded up here quick. Oh, I can fit between here. There we go. There we are. So we got that filled. I don't think we need to top off fertilizer quite yet, because we still got to do our second round of fertilizer on the the 2 of the cornfields as well. Just because the new cornfield, we don't have to worry about, just because it was grass before. So when we plowed it under, we already got 1 fertilizer stage from that. And then when we went and planted on it, we applied our next fertilizer stage. So we're gonna see how well this works out. I hope it works out fine, but only time will tell. As we're gonna jump back here, and we're gonna get this stuff loaded up. This tractor is gonna be the one that needs the bath the most. Almost a little over 13 long hours, and we haven't cleaned it yet. One thing we gotta do is, after loading the first load of planks, I noticed we gotta do a little bit taking of our time here, just because this is probably the most weight we've ever had on this tractor, and it does not like it at all. Drop that there. There we go. But we're gonna get all our wooden planks sold today before the price completely plummets. I didn't realize that it was already pretty much at the best price we're gonna get for these. Oh, there we go. This bag lifter is just so much handier versus using the pallet forks, I think. I have never been an expert with the pallet forks in the farming simulator, and this is kind of like the next best thing to the bag lifter from 19. I kind of like it a little better right now because it gives it a little more dynamic feel as you're trying to lift everything when you just burst the bag lifter. Not the yeah, it's called they're both called bag lifters, but I should say the bag lifter from not the CVS pack from 19. And I don't know. I feel like it'd be pretty dangerous to stack all the logs on here not logs, planks at once on here. But I kind of want to take that risk right now. I'm not gonna lie. Just so that we can get it all in one trip. But no, we've come quite a ways already, especially for it just being our actual second year out here. There we go. Oh, see what I mean? It's kind of temperamental on how we're lifting it. If it wants to lift the rear axle completely off the ground. We'll just drop that out here. I think we're good. Oh, nope, not quite. Just give it a little nudge. Might just be stuck like that just cause. You know what? We're gonna put at least one on in the center of the two piles. I think it should be fine, provided we can lift it up there without throwing the tractor completely forward. Yeah, there we go. Kind of didn't get the pallets even enough, but this will work. We're gonna make it work. But that's our plan for the month of May right now. I didn't plan on selling these planks. I kind of forgot about them until I was thinking about it when we first started. So we're gonna get all these loaded up. We're gonna let the helper keep planting away at beans. Hopefully they won't mess anything up too horribly. I don't have that much faith, especially from the last few recordings I've done hiring help. They've been very temperamental when they want to do something, so let's set that here. Actually, do we have... No, actually, that's our last one there, so you know what? We're gonna go even beyond further. I want to get this last one. Actually, I just got an idea. We won't put this on the trailer. I think we're going to make the Ford scream today. She's not going to like the load we're putting on her. Oh. Nope, I want the tailgate to unfold. Get these all strapped down while we're here. We're going to see how good the suspension really is. Oh. And this truck. Come on. Up there. Up. Maybe. Oh, Lord. Have you ever seen that video where the guys... I see it on Facebook all the time. Where the guy is, oh, he's like picking up a rock. Getting a rock from someone, and he's got like a little Chevy S10 or a Ford Ranger, and they're just drop it in the tailgate, back in, it'll be fine, and just completely destroys the truck's suspension. That is what's going on right now with this Ford, but not quite as bad, but we're gonna have to take our time going around these bends, because I can alright tell it's not liking the load we got on her. He's even having a hard time getting up to speed as well, so that's That's already another good sign that we've probably got this overloaded. But it's okay. She's a Ford. She's built tough. And it looks like for the most part, I cannot get over how fast that little deer is pulling that planter. That is just nuts. Crazy to me to think about. And I guess the other thing I forgot we'll have to do. Oh. Gotta take it a little easier here. That will be the other thing we'll have to do today as well, is roll the field, so that way we can get rid of all those rocks and that'll help our yield out a little bit as well. But we'll jump into the time lapse here and we'll get some work done today. We'll see you guys in a bit.
We collide, we break down, caving in to our doubts, faces filled with sadness, when words are said, we'll regret. I can see the fire that we made just to save us, when we try to make up for never letting go. Said the things we promised not to say, then we break up just to start all over, even though we know this is the hard way better. We can't be heartache together. This is the hard way to better. when we try to make up for never letting go. Said the things we promised not to say, that we break up just to start all over, even though we know this is the hard way to better. We can't be heartache together. This is the hard way to better. We can't be heartache together.
All right, everyone. I think this is where we're going to start wrapping up this episode for the day. Another little bit of a longer one. I want to get fertilizing done here before I worry about rolling that next field. Seems I'm not the only one who has a little bit of issues getting all the stones with that roller. It seems the helper had a little bit of issues too. There's kind of like a happy medium I notice on the very far the outside of the wings. Like when you're trying to push the stones in. It's really weird. Let's unload that. But we're gonna make sure we get our fertilizing, second stage of fertilizing done on those 2 cornfields. We got those all weeded, and that old red over there is starting. It's kind of handy for that. It was kind of nice having another tractor, even though we have 3. But Oliver, I'm kind of thinking is kind of to the point where it's going to be the main logging tractor. Granted, we'll have to bring it home every now and then to feed the cattle and such. So, but we're gonna get this all spread here. I hope we have enough fertilizer. I believe we should, and we're really starting to put this 40-20 through the ringer. We're starting to get the hours racked up on her, and you know, I kind of rather rack up quite a few more hours on her before the 5288, because the 5288 it's gonna have plenty of time to rack up plenty of hours. You know, I feel like it's gonna be one of our bigger tractors for quite a while, even though we are making money at a pretty decent rate, I feel like. But when you think about it, we got trying to think here. I think it's gonna cost us, I know I looked last time, I want to say it was like $59,000 to put up 1 bin. So we're still not quite there yet, and then we still gotta buy the auger to feed the grain into it, so that'll be another 17,000, I think it was, 18-ish. So we still gotta get about $80,000. We gotta get up to about $80,000 to at least put 1 bin up, and I'm not sure where I'm gonna put them yet. Like, part of me is thinking of kind of leveling out the ground over there and putting it up right in that area up in the yard over there. But like I said, I'm still not sure yet where we can start taking away from that little field there. But I much rather save that for something else I kind of got planned, because originally, oh, we're getting too far out. There we go. Kind of hard judging the distance right now. So, like, originally I was thinking of when we decide to get a dairy, because that's my ultimate goal right now on this series, is to get a dairy barn going and such. I was thinking of putting it, like, down in the new field we just made, or kind of in this field over here as well. Wouldn't be a bad spot either, but I was thinking of maybe putting it right in the original field as well. That's kind of why I went with grass there, because then we can harvest it, and then whatever ground the buildings take up, we can still use it as a little grass area. But when you think about it, I still want to put up a few more sheds, and I haven't found a good shed mod I really like yet, so we're still kind of bouncing back and forth on that. But I think in the meantime, between episodes, I'm gonna finish spreading fertilizer. I'm gonna get the last field rolled, and by then it will probably be about time to call her a day here. So, but if you guys enjoyed the episode today, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe so you can stay up to date on the No Man's Land series. Above all else, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. And most of all, thanks for watching.